Okay.
What's up, everybody? This your girl Cece with WIB Magazine, and I got my co-host on the line, Mickey Monday. How are you?
I'm doing good, C. How are you?
I'm doing good. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Tuesday. Happy election day.
I know. Did you vote today?
I did. Actually, this morning, I did go vote.
Awesome. Well, we have a special guest on the line. We're going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, my name's Riley. I'm a recording artist, and I'm going to be releasing November 6th, my first single, Baby Disaster.
Awesome. And where are you from?
I actually am from California. SoCal, Cali, all over Cali. I was born in Long Beach, but I was raised in like Fontana, Rancho Cucamonga area. It's kind of like inland from the LA proper area.
Okay. And did you vote today too? Happy election day.
I voted last Tuesday.
Oh, wow. I know. Everybody been waiting on this day.
Yeah, definitely. I've been like, my stomach was hurting last night. I was like, oh my God, I never pray. I never ask you for nothing. Please, please just give us another president.
Oh, wow. So what made you want to be a singer?
Oh my God, this is so funny. People always ask me, and it's kind of like different stories because my mom used to make me do everything. She used to put me and my brother in gymnastics classes, ballet class, like every possible entertainment type of class we could take. She used to do it. And then once I turned about 11, I used to make people at my grandma's house watch me dance and sing to Brandy songs. So then my mom was like, well, do you want to do this? And I was like, I don't know, I'm shy. And I was like really shy as a kid. So then once I turned 15, I told my mom, I was like, okay, well, I want to start singing. She's like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know. So then once I turned 18, I went to a school called Musicians Institute, and it's in Hollywood. And I did about 3 months there, and I've always been kind of like a weird kid, so it didn't work out. And then I was like, you know what, I could just do this on my own. So yeah, I've been doing it since like 11, kind of taking it seriously. And it made me want to sing because I felt like as a kid, nobody really listened to me. I was always called like chatterbox, radio, all these weird, like I talk too much nicknames, and like no one would ever listen to me when I'd be talking. I'd be like, like this. And like the only time people would listen to me is when I would put on my little fake shows in front of my cousins or like in front of my grandma or my mom. They'd be like, okay, they'd watch me. So I grew up kind of like communicating through music. So it kind of made me more passionate about music in general, and then I wanted to learn more about it. So I guess that's what brought me into music.
Awesome. Well, now you figure out how to get your chatterbox talking out now. Everybody can hear you. So that is. But I want to talk about Baby Disaster. What's the meaning behind it?
Oh, God. So Baby Disaster is kind of funny because I was working with the producer. His name is at Tech Beats. He was actually, I was in the studio with another songwriter that we worked with. Her name is Lottie Day. And literally he played this weird synth sound. And I was like, I was thinking about it when he played, and I was like, wow, this kind of reminds me of the time when I was going to school at MI. And I was a party. I mean, I still am kind of a party girl, but I was a party girl, okay? I was the girl who did way too much too soon. So I remember waking up inside of my best friend's like top floor. I wasn't even in her apartment. We got so turned. I woke up on somebody else's couch. This is a real story. And one of the guys, he was like screaming in the kitchen. So it woke me up, and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm looking at my phone, it's dead. I don't know where I'm at. I'm like, okay, what apartment am I in? What floor am I on? Where is my friend Anna? Like, what am I doing here? And I was thinking about when I heard that synth, I was like, that kind of reminds me of my college times when I'd just be constantly making the most ridiculous mistakes over and over and over. And it just didn't seem like I could figure out adulthood. And like a lot of my 20s is just trying to figure out how to like figure out what to do. Okay, you make this mistake, don't make this mistake again. Oh, and it really was about overcoming growing up and growing pains and not making the same mistakes and just a meeting in the mirror, like a self-reflection of, hey, like, you gotta stop being a fuck up. Like, get your shit together, bitch. Like, you're trying to be all this shit in life, and you over here lollygagging it up at strangers' houses, drinking God knows what, doing God knows what type of drugs, and just living whatever life and no purpose. So that's what Baby Disaster is about. It's just about growing up and kind of taking accountability for your actions and accepting the mistakes you've made and overcoming them. Yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Hey, still working on it, but you know.
Yes.
So who are some of your musical inspirations?
Oh my God, I have so many. Where do I start? Obviously, Rihanna is like one of my biggest inspirations. She was one of the first artists that, you know, Black woman who embraced being a Black woman and did pop. I mean, obviously Nicki Minaj as well, but Rihanna was more of, I don't care. I'm just gonna do me. I'm just me. I'm putting out whatever I put out. If you guys don't like it, you guys don't like it. I'm hot. And she was one of my biggest inspirations. Also, Britney Spears is one of my biggest inspirations. I loved her as a kid. My mom she was one of the only artists I could listen to when I was growing up with my grandma and my mom. They lived together when I was a kid. So Britney Spears was kind of like the only clean artist, one of the clean artists, and obviously Travis Scott. When I first heard him, I love Travis Scott. I think he's dope. And Coldplay, love Coldplay. 30 Seconds to Mars, they were a big inspiration to me. They're like this rock group. Yeah, those were like, that mesh of people, that's what made me love music so much.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I heard some notable people in your list, so it's pretty dope that you have an eclectic sound, just an amalgamation of different people that coming together, and then, you know, you just take pieces and pieces from it. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, because I'm a musician, you know, like I really, really love when people understand what it is to create music. And a lot of those artists, they really did understand sounds, and they understood musicianship, not just, oh, let me make a beat. Like, oh, where's a guitar player? Oh, where is somebody who can add some type of little shingle sounds? You know, like anything. I'm a musician first, so I really respect artists that like music, and I really do love hip hop as well. So I like all of that mixed together.
Okay,
yeah,
that's what's up. So for people who are watching this interview for the first time and are getting to know you as an artist, what's another song or project that you can direct them to that can kind of, if you will, it's kind of like an elevator pitch, you know what I mean? Like you just send someone to that project or song, and they'll get a good dose of you within like a short amount of time, you know, within that song length.
Like as far as like artist wise, like name like a project that I've liked growing up, or
no, like yours, like if you have another song or a project that you can direct fans to. Yeah.
Oh, I understand. Okay. So this is my first single coming out.
Okay. So this is the only thing that you'll have available. Okay, perfect. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. Have you done any covers or anything like that, or?
Oh yeah, I did this. His name is Bozzy. He's a pop artist as well. He's dope. It's a song called Mine, and I love the song because it really, I love uplifting women, and I love when men uplift women the most, because I feel like women sometimes live their lives for men. So I love when I see men actually uplifting women in their music. And the song is basically about how much he loves her and how beautiful she is. And it's on my SoundCloud, officially Riley. I did a cover. It's called Mine.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
In conjunction with the single too, because you know I was only able to hear the single, so I'll definitely check out that cover.
Yeah.
So who's the biggest supporter when it comes to your music career?
My biggest supporter. I have a lot of support. I don't want to single anyone out.
Well, the biggest. You're fine. You don't have to single anyone out because you could just be like, hey, my A1,
You
day
know,
one,
niggas gonna be mad.
here in the trenches.
Okay, so one thing I will say, my biggest supporter, honestly, if I have to single one person out, it's gonna be my aunt. Her name is Kathy Davis, and she honestly, she used to sing. She sang with the Mighty Clouds of Joy, and she's kind of like what inspired me to want to sing live. And she, when I first started this, I'm really like, I know this may not seem this way, but I'm not that good with people. Like I have real bad social anxiety, so it's really hard for me to make friends and kind of like get to know people. And she used to support anything I did. And when I quit my job and was like, okay, this is what I'm doing now. So where are we at? And she was like, okay, how much money do you need to pay a rent? How much money do you need to do this? Do you need a ride? Do you need this? And that's support to me, even when she didn't have a dime, just taking me where I needed to go, even if it was to the DMV, that's support to me, regardless if it's directly towards music or indirectly towards music. And I think that she gave that unconditional love that artists need to be able to get to where they need to get to. So definitely my Aunt Kathy.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out Aunt Kathy.
I know, right?
My aunt, man. She's my OG aunt, man.
Yeah. So what makes your style of music different than other people's style of music as far as being pop artists?
Well, I am, very different because we didn't choose the sound kind of chose us. We started with a bunch of, I don't know, it kind of just started like sounds that we liked, and then we kind of created a sound that wrapped around that. So what I will say is it's different because it's honest and it's sarcastic and it's fun at the same time, and it allows you to get into a mode where you wouldn't actually be going. You get to go somewhere. Anytime when you hear everything that we've been working on, you'll get to see, hey, I'm not at home anymore. I'm somewhere that wherever your mind creates when you hear the sounds, all the sounds that at Tech Beats like put together, it really is about creating an atmosphere that you can get lost in and be excited about. And COVID, like we need an escape. We can't go to the club. We can't do nothing out here, So it's like, can we make a collection of sounds that creates a mode where somebody can pretend like they're in outer space or in some party or wherever. So that's what makes it different. It's an experience. It's honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who would be some people that you would want to collab with, or who are some people that's on your project?
Okay, so I would love to collab with Calvin Harris. That's like I love Calvin Harris. I think he's one of my favorite DJs. Kygo, and who else? Those would be like my biggest two collabs. Obviously Travis Scott, he's a rapper though, so it'd be a whole different record. I'd love to sauce some shit up though, but yeah, those would be like the three I would like to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there any people that's gonna be on your new project that you want to name or give us the exclusive?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So I know earlier you mentioned that we don't have much to do, can't really go out. Well, you guys can't really go out in California. Restrictions are lifted over here. Yeah, we can do a little bit more. But what like new skill or hobby have you picked up in that time since
Actually, that's funny. Actually, I have been like picking my own sounds and writing my own records. I've worked with a lot of songwriters, but I haven't been able to get my story completely out by myself, and I've taken this time to work on what I want to say before I even get to somebody else. And I've been going through sounds and picking my own sounds, and I feel like I'm getting stronger and stronger in that. And yeah, that's one of my favorite new skills. And another new skill that I've gotten, which is kind of weird, but I've been able to I guess I'm starting to get better with cooking. I was always good with cooking, but your girl has been throwing down lately. So my cooking has been getting up.
Okay.
So what's a dish that you feel like you've mastered? Like that's your go-to, like.
Dang, let me think. What's a dish? I got good with my fried chicken lately. Like my fried chicken has been hitting y'all. Like
Okay.
I wish I could mail it to you. And my mac and cheese has been doing good. And what else? I have like this honey dip chicken that I fry. It's like lightly breaded with rosemary and it's crunchy. And then I just dip it in honey. That's like everybody else's favorite too.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay,
My family's from the South. So I know how to put the salt and pepper in the food.
All right, I hear you.
She let you know, Mickey Monday. Look, she know how to cook down. She know how to put it down.
I mean, I'm hearing things. I don't know. Might have to see what them
You
places.
don't
What them
trust
cook. Yeah, might have to come out to Cali because my sister lives in Carson. So.
Oh my God. I have hella cousins in Carson. Hella cousins in Carson. Yes. That's like upscale Black area. That's where we at.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I might, if I go out there, I might have to see if you in that,
Yes.
make my way over there.
You gonna be fiending, watch. You gonna be fiending. You gonna be like, Riley, so when you cooking again?
Hold you to it. But since I can just tell that you're, just a musical savant. Like you real in it. You genre blending. You have so many different artists that you listen to and that you just capture feelings and emotions from. So what's been your favorite album of the year so far from any artist that you've listened to, or the artists that have been dropping music in the past year?
Favorite album? Oh, actually, he's up and coming. His name is Beam. I met him a couple like last year. He's a really cool guy. Beam, he's dope. His whole 95 album was amazing, start to finish, no skips. Who else this year? Honestly, guys, I've been skipping pretty much a lot. Like, it's really hard for me to find an album that I've just been like start to finish. And I think Beam was he's one of the only ones I like start to finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that person out.
Oh my God, he's so dope. It's kind of like he has this really strong, I believe he is like his family is from Jamaica. So he has this really strong Jamaican accent when he rhymes, like, and he sings this at the same time, kind of like he's mixed with like, he kind of reminds me of Travis Scott, but has more like Caribbean sounds. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like you could turn up to it, you can vibe to it. One of the best things I've heard this year.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to check him out.
Yeah. It's dope.
So what's one of your goals? Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
Ooh, 3 years. That's a while. In the next 3 years, I want to be singing at obviously I want to sing at the BET Awards. I've always wanted to sing at the BET Awards. I want to bring pop to BET because I feel like there's not enough pop going on. So in 3 years, I want to be singing pop music at the BET Awards because Black women sing pop too. And I see myself, I actually really, really want to start my own like collective like show. So in 3 years, I want to be able to develop like a bunch of different artists that we all can perform together and host maybe on MTV or something really cool. So I do see myself doing that.
Okay, well, speak it into existence. It's coming for you. Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
So have you considered doing any like virtual shows or anything like that to kind of promote your single or perform your single maybe do some
Yes.
unreleased tracks?
Yes, we actually are doing that. I can't tell you the date, and I don't want to spoil it, but we are, and it's really exciting, and it's gonna look really cool, and everybody's gonna love it. Yes.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can't
Yes.
wait. Make sure you let us know when it is so we can tune in.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm excited. Even though this year has been kind of crazy, I'm still in good prayers. So this year's gonna be great. The rest of it, at least.
Oh, yes. I agree with that.
Okay,
Look
so
at my day like.
yeah, because like I have questions, but they're not that great. So I'm just gonna freestyle it from now on. If you don't mind. Okay, cool. So I get a feeling. I just this like I sense that are you like a gamer? Do you play like
Wow. Oh my God. That's so funny because, okay, let me say this. I used to play and I stopped playing because, okay, I'm a Leo. So if you know Leos, we're really aggressively passionate. I used to, like, my mom used to whoop me sometimes. Like, she used to be like, girl, if you don't get out of here, like, I'd be screaming at the screen, like, Tomb Raider. That used to be my game. And when I had a Wii and I love bowling, yes, I do.
okay?
What made
Yeah,
you ask that question?
No,
She look like a gamer.
I mean, I kind of got the vibe.
we have an Xbox here, and I just don't want to even dabble in it right now because if I do, it's gonna be too much. Do you play games? Do you play games?
Yeah, definitely.
What games have you been playing? What is it? Call of Duty?
Yeah, I have been playing Call of Duty. I'm also like, I love the Switch. So one of
It's
the
sold
games.
out everywhere though. Can't get it.
Yeah, I bought it when it first came out. So I've had it since 2017. But Link's Awakening, yeah, I know, I got lucky. So, but Link's Awakening is like one of my favorite games growing up because I had it on the Game Boy, and they kind of like remastered it for the Switch. So that was the first game that like the first like adventure game that I've played where I've actually completed 100%.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah,
That's
so I
like
was
your
able to.
game.
Yeah, I was like, I love it. And the quarantine happened. I was like, all right, well, between that and Animal Crossing, I'm like, shoot, what do I got to lose? It just, so.
You know what though? Like I kind of miss playing Halo because Tech just got the Xbox 360 and I'm like, oh, I don't want to play because if I play, I'm gonna be sucked in. Halo, that will have you all night. I used to play till 3 a.m. with my auntie yelling at us. Yes, bad.
Yeah,
Bad.
Halo's a good game. I mean, it's gotten better over the years. The storyline has gotten crazy.
And the graphics.
Yeah, I was gonna say the graphics.
The graphics
nuts.
are crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me ask you a question. So you say you have family out here in this area, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you considered like coming out here in this way and maybe making connections?
I lived out there for 3 months.
Oh,
I
nice.
lived in Virginia, Fredericksburg. I lived there for 3 months when I first turned 18. I lived with my aunt. I felt like I said, I'm a strange person. So it's like really hard to go places and people like, and then I always used to get this, well, she's not black enough. Or like and the way that I talk, I feel like I lose relationships because with my community because they think I might be bougie or I don't know what I never really got the love because they didn't get me there. So I ended up coming back home.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little disappointing because like out in this area in the DMV, there's a lot of space and opportunity for creatives like you who have a unique sound. And I think that's one of the things that is missing out here because everyone tends to move to like a trap. Well, not just move to LA, but I mean like sound wise, they tend to move to like urban hip hop, trap, and then of course go-go being such a heavily cultural staple in this area. I think people just kind of miss that connection of you don't have to stay with those sounds to be seen, you can actually move somewhere or move to a different creative space where you can be more original and, you know, find your own sound. So that kind of sucks. If there was, I mean, like if you were in this area, you know, I could introduce you to people. I mean, I could still do that still, but like,
Yeah,
you know, definitely introduce you to some people to,
because
that'll
I
have
love
that.
DC. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
a
love
nice
DC.
like DC, New York, Atlanta. These are all like LA. Those are all hot spots where culture kind of meets creativity, and I feel like a lot of people overlook DC specifically because they think of it more as like a fashion state where we kind of
Uh,
are like following behind New York in a sense, but we have our own, you know, our own culture
you
and
know what's
sound.
crazy though? I feel like it's weird because that makes me that's confusing to me because when I went to DC, I didn't even get a New York vibe at all. It has its DC has its very own vibe. The people there are very different from people from New York. So I actually don't find the similarities between New York and DC. I feel like DC has its own thing and New York has its own thing.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. What I mean is like as far as the aesthetic, because you have a city where it's not the same hustle and bustle, but like I said, we tend to follow similar fashion trends that, you know, NY has and
Okay.
things like that. So it's kind of like we're like the southern cousin of New York, if that makes sense. Even though
Okay.
some people don't declare us as like South or Southern, but compared to New York being underneath them, technically that would be
Um,
the South. So
Gotcha.
yeah, dang, that's crazy. I didn't even think about it like that. Man, I
Mm.
experienced it. I experienced DC. I love DC. I've partied the best in DC. Y'all turn up, okay? Y'all turn up.
you know, I don't want to toot my own horn or nothing like that, but yeah, you know,
Till 6 in the
they
morning.
get pretty live, yeah.
Till 6 in
Okay.
the morning. Non-stop.
Wow.
Yeah, they get crazy.
So, quick question: out of the music and the project that you've been doing, what's one of your favorite songs off of your album?
Okay, so it's this song called "I'ma Head Out." It's literally a sarcastic, I don't want to be here. Why are you bothering me? That's me all day. That's my whole personality. I'm antisocial, social. So it is, I can't wait till you guys hear it because it's really fun. It's really relatable. You're a woman, you understand. There's been 30 million guys who've come up to you and just won't stop talking to you. And you're just like, okay, where's my exit strategy? Or have you ever had a friend call you so that you could pretend like you're getting out? Like I've had the weirdest interactions with trying to get away from men trying to badger me. So that's basically what it's about.
Okay. Oh wow! I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. And it's a lot more, I'm excited. It's a lot more laid back too. It's cocky and it's sarcastic and it's funny at the same time.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Mickey Monday, do you have any other questions before we go into trivia?
No, I do not.
Oh, trivia.
Yeah, I'm excited for the trivia question. So
I'm scared.
You want to start with yours first, since you're excited about it?
yeah, that's fine. My trivia question is: what is the strangest family tradition that you have? Like
Oh
in your
my God.
family?
Oh my God, this is why you guys are gonna realize why I'm so weird. The strangest family tradition. My grandma, she prints out a numerous amount of photos every Thanksgiving and puts them on every crevice of the house. And we all have to take pictures on Thanksgiving next to the pictures. It is the creepiest thing we have to do. I haven't been to her house for Thanksgiving in 2 years because of it.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a like I wish I had a picture to show you. She's a picture fanatic, literally.
Wow.
Like pictures on top of the TV, on top of tables, on top of everywhere, and we're all just like.
She just want to keep all the memories. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Well, mine is, What's the worst business decision you ever made?
Okay, what's the worst business decision I've ever made? Oh my God. I was working with a producer when like a few years, like, oh my God, this was like 5 years ago. And I never asked him about anything. I just started working with him and he kept all my music. And I didn't have any of the music that we worked on. I didn't sign any papers. I didn't do anything. I just would work there. I'd write the songs and leave. That was one of the worst decisions I ever made.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. Wow.
5 years ago, I look back now like, wow, you probably should have done your due diligence. But when you're young, you don't know. You just, let's go work, you know? Like, you're not even thinking. You're not even thinking.
Yeah. Wow. Well, before we get off, can you tell everybody where they can follow you at?
Yes, on Instagram at Officially Riley, on Snapchat at Officially Riley, and Twitter Weird Ass Riley.
Awesome. Well, I want to say congrats on your new project. Thanks for interviewing with us today. Stay on the grind, stay happy. I love your energy.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to come to LA. We got to taste that chicken out when we come.
I've been trying to get to Atlanta. Y'all lit out there. Every Instagram story I see, my friends are at the strip club. They're lit out there.
That's Atlanta for you.
That's Atlanta.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Man, they wide open. I'm like, hey man, y'all don't got no masks out there. What's going on? Yeah, crazy. Like I want to go to ATL, but not anytime soon. Oh, sorry. So, yeah, I mean, seriously, Riley, you are amazing. I love your personality. You know, I can see why your grandmother wants you guys to take photos all the time. You're extremely photogenic, so that's typical, you know.
I'm not gonna let her see this part.
But yeah, like,
don't do her like that.
Yeah.
She can't know.
Now you gotta be front and center every picture.
Exactly.
Yeah, but thank you for being a part of this experience. Yeah, thank you for sharing your music with us. And you know, we can't wait for your project to come out. And once it does, you know, you can just reach out to us.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Yeah.
It was. Well, you have a happy Tuesday and be blessed.
You too. Happy Tuesday. Let's pray for the elections.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
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 Boy, I just know. Rufus, boy, let me love, boy, I just know. Rufus, boy, let me love, boy, I just know. Rufus, boy, let me love. Caught up in my tape.